Have you ever found yourself calling someone crazy or "you're a psychopath"? Yeah, we've probably all done it. But as humans, we don't always understand or be aware of the issues or consequences of these words. And these words too often are used as a punchline. People that suffer with mental health issues are often seen in a society as taboo or not being normal. And it could be quite dangerous for these people with these issues because we can't always see these issues. And we may know people that are giving us hints or showing us signs, but we may not know how to deal with these signs or even to talk to them. And that's not always our fault. Society has too often pushed mental health issues under the rug. Even people with these issues don't even want to talk about it because it's seen as a sad subject. And we shouldn't judge others for it. Mental illness is a psychological disorder that is a deviant, dysfunctional, distressful series of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that interferes with the ability to lead a healthy life. A psychological disorder may be influenced biologically, socially or culturally, or a psychological influence. According to the WHO, 1 in 4 people across the world suffer with mental health issues. That's over 600 million people globally. Now think about those numbers for a second. If you're in a household with say 4 or 5 people, there's a good chance one of these people is suffering with these issues. So how can we help? Well, we can talk about it more. We can make it more normal since so many of us suffer from it. We hope that these videos will shed some light onto these issues that perhaps maybe you or someone are going through. This week we'll be talking about anxiety and with the help with our friend Fran and how he copes with his experience with anxiety and how he deals with it. And this is his story.
So I've been suffering from anxiety for quite a long time now. It's been probably about 3 years, and I wanted to do something in relation to support people and raise a little bit of awareness in mental health. So how come so many of us feel this way, and what can you do about it? So to understand a little bit more about anxiety, imagine you're a wild animal in the forest. And you're just wobbling around and suddenly you'll see a lion on the other side of the field. What's happening to your body? Your digestive system will slow down. You are going to start breathing a lot faster. Your heart will race, therefore there's more blood pumping into your veins. All this mixed up together, it's a mechanism of defense for the animal in order to run away from the danger. So anxiety for us, it's very similar, but the only thing that's happening here is that we're not running away from a lion. You are actually basically running away from your mortgage, your family issues, your work balance, all those things. Therefore, your body gets ready to flee away from the danger. And that's what anxiety is exactly. It can affect your personal life. It could push your family or friends away because they might not understand what you're going through. You could have problems at work in terms of your performance, but because it's really difficult to sometimes maybe focus on the issue, and that kind of like has kind of like a domino effect around you. So you're suffering from anxiety, but the people that's around you, they might be suffering from your anxiety because they don't know how to support it. Yeah, so anxiety can be something that you get from your family. If you have somebody in your family with anxiety, you have more chances to suffer from anxiety yourself in the future. Anxiety also has something to do with the balance of chemicals in your brain. There's especially one called serotonin that it controls your emotions and it controls the way you feel over threats. And because of the imbalance of those chemicals in your brain, you can suffer from anxiety, which is also linked to depression. So sometimes people who also experience anxiety can experience depression at the same time. So if you look at anxiety at this point of view, you're going to see quite a lot of young people that are suffering from anxiety way more than before. This could be based in the fact that maybe people are more open about anxiety. It's a mental illness, but people are way more open now. There's a little bit more of understanding of what the issue is. Searches for anxiety on media such as Google have increased quite a lot, and that's because people has more awareness towards mental issues, especially young people. So as I said to you before, Samuel, like younger people are more aware of what anxiety is like. I think there was a taboo towards mental issues before in the older generations, and now it's kind of disappearing with the newer generations. So there is quite a lot of talk in social media in regards of mental issues, and this is based on the younger generations that are growing up with a new mentality. A lot of the people try to go through the anxiety themselves rather than getting any help because they think they can handle the situation. It's only a tenth of the people diagnosed with anxiety are looking for support. There's plenty of different kinds of therapies that your therapist might recommend to you in that case. This is probably one of the most important parts in terms of like going through your anxiety issues. You can do plenty of different things such as mindfulness, or even sports are going to support with that. Treating anxiety, it's more than an evolution or a kind of like a path rather than a solution. So when you have anxiety, you cannot really get rid of it that easily, but you need to learn how to live with it, and that's why therapy is so important with it, because you're learning to understand how anxiety is affecting your body, and you're learning what to do when you want to get rid of all those symptoms of anxiety. So if you believe you're suffering from anxiety, please look for help. There is plenty that you can do to go through your anxiety problems. You can talk to a therapist, you can go to your GP and let them know what you're going through, and then they'll give you the best information and the best course of action that they have to support with your anxiety. But I think the best and the main part of recovery is to talk about it. Talk about it, look for help, educate yourself, and make sure you're educating the people around you so they understand what you're going through. So if you're not suffering from anxiety, but you know somebody who's suffering from anxiety in your friends or family group, the most important part is that you're listening to them. Just support. This is the main thing you can do for somebody who suffers from anxiety. You need to be able to listen to them, you need to be able to support them, and you need to be able to understand what they're going through. It might be very difficult for you to understand since you're not going through that problem, but you need to understand what these people are going through, and your support towards them, it's really, really, really important. Well, there's plenty of information you can get in Dublin. Like, the main part is that you're looking for help. Once you have somebody to talk to or some doctor to attend to, look for other activities that could support. I go to a meditation center every 2 Sundays here in Dublin, where meditation has been helping me quite a lot in terms of treating my anxiety and feeling a lot better about it. I do mindfulness at work all the time. It gets the edge off, but the most important part out of this is to get support and to keep going with it.
We hope you enjoyed these series of videos and shed some light onto the issues around mental health. Everyone here at apinspiring.com and the content you've just watched should not be viewed as medical professional advice. Always consult a health official for proper medical advice. So let's make mental illness an open conversation. If you'd like to share any of your experience, please comment below. And remember to subscribe to our page for weekly and new updates.
I need you more.